Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show. It's Wednesday, August the 9th, I believe, and it's a gorgeous day here in the western New York area. I hope it's not too hot where you are. I hope it's not too wet where you are. And as usual, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden is on the front page of the news. And this past weekend, in trying to just get away from all the idiocy that's the headlines nowadays, I turned on ESPN. Now, I imagine I'm old enough to remember when ESPN first started, and they had all kinds of crazy events on just to get going. And one of them, guys would fasten suitcases to their feet, and they would ski down ski slopes with them. And it would be, covered by ESPN. It was hilarious. And Chris Berman was there, and they were trying to build an audience on ESPN, but it was some crazy stuff. And here we are, probably 50 years later. I turn on the TV, and I see professional pillow fighting. And I'm thinking to myself, well, being what people used to call a male chauvinist pig, I says, this could be interesting. Some women, some beautiful women, pillow fighting, that would be nice to watch. It was two guys in a boxing ring fighting with pillows. Now, I can't imagine being the commentator trying to describe it. But I'm thinking to myself, all these years we've gone by, and the content of television has been absolutely putrid. There are so many stations now, they're dying for content. Professional pillow fighting. What could be next on ESPN? It's amazing. And speaking of ESPN, there was a former commentator, Jemele Hill, a black girl who was on ESPN before they canned her. And she just made some statements recently. Remember, there was this woman who was Alabama, whatever it was, and said she was kidnapped, and there was a kid walking along the road, and they found her, and blah, blah, blah. Well, it's found out everything was made up. And she put some people in danger as far as looking for her and all that. And Jemele Hill said that the prosecution of this woman smacks of racism. And I'm trying to think if Jemele Hill has ever made a statement regarding black and white that isn't racist. I mean, if you want to put up on a poster or next to the Webster's Dictionary a picture of a black racist, put a picture of Jemele Hill there. Evidently, there are no black criminals. All criminals that are black, in her eyes, are there because of racist white police, law enforcement, DAs. Now, I can understand why she got fired, but to come out and someone give her a platform, again, you don't think there's black racists? Look up Jemele Hill. Look up the statement she made. That's as racist as you can get. And that's all she does. That's her claim to fame. A black racist. Right up there with Spike Lee, anybody else who wants to kill white cops because they arrest black criminals. Again, we all know there are no black criminals. They've got Hunter Biden's business partner. I believe his name is Eric Schwerin. He's the money guy. Now, all this stuff, all this talk about Joe Biden and the Biden criminal empire, we all know there's too many stories now. There's 15, 16 corporations, so it was a money laundering operation. Sooner or later, something's going to happen. And it's not going to happen. You're not going to get anything from Joe Biden. What you are going to get is information from underlings who are put under pressure, who could face some type of criminal charges. They're going to be the squealers. And this is the money guy. If they get information on this guy about how to track this money, about where the money went, Joe Biden is done. I mean, I think he's done already just by the idiocy that he exhibits in speaking. Again, if you're a foreign person, if you're another country, if you're another leader in a foreign country, and you listen to our president speak, you have no respect for him. This guy is Uncle Tanoose. He's your old guy out to lunch, falls asleep on the sofa, opens up his belt so his belly gets relief during dinner. He is not in charge of the White House. Obama's in charge. Obama's people are in charge of the White House. That's why Obama's starting to be running scared now, because he needs cover. How can Hunter Biden be named ambassador? Burisma, Ukraine, how could that be done under Obama's nose and he not know about it? Think about that. Somebody ought to ask Obama what he knew and when he knew it, like Howard Baker asked John Dean in the Watergate investigation. And this Biden thing makes Watergate just look like a smash and grab operation as been described. This is deep, and I just hope when all this is done and the truth comes out, I hope no American died because of the action of Joe Biden in relationship to the communist Chinese, the Russians. I hope no American lost his life because of the actions and the preferences that he took. They found out that an FBI agent, Ellis Chan, lied under oath about Hunter Biden's laptop, the information, the business formation, the business dealings with the Chinese. He lied under oath. An FBI agent lied under oath. What a shock. It makes you wonder when all these people appear before congressional committees and they put their hand on the Bible or whatever they put their hand on and swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You and I take that seriously, but they do not. Now, I read up on this, and you cannot make a person take a lie detector test unless you're applying for a police position. You can demand that a lie detector test is taken if you are entering law enforcement. I think you should write your congressman, call your congressman, write the newspapers, call your newspapers. They should have mandatory lie detector tests for people testifying before Congress, for people who are members of Congress or members of law enforcement in the federal level. Just think what had happened if Comey was taped to a lie detector. Brennan, Clapper, all these guys lied. They all lied. And you just tell them, listen, you just said I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so what are you worried about? Make them testify. You'll find out the cabal that's running this country is very dishonest. Mr. Comey, you're going to take a lie detector test. And if you lie, we'll know it. And if you tell the truth and find out that you lied in describing Trump, the Russian probe, whatever, Hillary, you're going to lose your pension. Threaten them with losing their pension. All of a sudden, the truth will come spilling out. Mandate that just like law enforcement, they have to take a lie detector test. It's going to be an interesting week, as they all are, with this brouhaha about Trump and all the times he's indicted, and Biden and all the gaffes he makes, and Hunter Biden. And I guarantee you, the judges in this case are getting pressed. Everybody who's associated with Biden is getting pressed, getting threatened by the Biden criminal enterprise. Hope they have the balls to stay with it. I hope the Republicans have the balls to stay with it. One of these days, the press is going to have the balls to actually do the truth. Not many people are. Did you see the 13 members who lost their sons in the Afghanistan disaster pullout? That was heart-wrenching, which told you what kind of people we've got running our government, our military. Disgusting. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. God bless America.